Well, the race for the Republican presidential nomination is now focused on New Hampshire. All three candidates will be in the Granite State today ahead of next week's pivotal primary. Polls show Trump ahead, but not by nearly as much as in Iowa. Nikki Haley is coming in second. Caitlin Huey-Burns is in Manchester, New Hampshire, which has seen just a little bit of snow. Caitlin, good morning. Good to see you.
Hey, good morning, Anne-Marie. Yes, it's a little bit cold here. New Hampshire is used to it. They're also used to being the second stop on the campaign trail early in the process. But this time on the ground, it kind of feels like it may be the final one, as supporter or opponents, I should say, of Donald Trump see it as their last best chance to slow his momentum.
I'm thrilled to be back with the people of the great state of New Hampshire.
As snow descended on the Granite State, so too did the Republican presidential candidates. Former President Trump is splitting his time this week between the campaign trail and the courtroom as he faces a second defamation suit in Manhattan. All a sign he sees 91 charges and 4 criminal cases against him as a political advantage among Republican voters. He denies any wrongdoing.
If I didn't get indicted all these times and if they didn't unfairly go after, I would have won, but it would have been much closer, I tell you.
But the reaction among Republican primary voters here appears mixed.
I think I can overlook that. I think his policy is so important to me and what he's going to do for the country.
I'm done with the drama. We know that the nation is looking at us now, and we're going to turn out.
And in a pitch to the state's independent sensibilities, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley is urging voters to turn the page.
You've described this as a two-person race between yourself and Donald Trump. Does that mean you need to take the case more aggressively to Donald Trump?
Yes, it's about the differences between Trump and with me. And I'll tell you, look, we don't want 2 80-year-olds to be our options.
But another controversy is following Haley, as she was asked yesterday whether she thinks the GOP is a racist party.
No. We're not a racist country, Brian. We've never been a racist country.
And after eking out a second-place finish in Iowa, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis wants to slow Haley's momentum in New Hampshire.
So she does not have the ability to build the type of coalition that you need to win a Republican primary, period, much less take on Donald Trump.
Now, there are going to be plenty of candidate events over the next 6 days here, but there aren't going to be any debates before New Hampshire voters weigh in. There was one originally scheduled for tomorrow, but Nikki Haley bowed out, saying she would only show up, Anne-Marie, if Trump did.
Yeah, well, that move and, you know, what she said to you gives us an indication of the kind of narrative she's trying to sell to New Hampshire voters, that it's her and Trump and that's it. Forget about everyone else. But, you know, Ron DeSantis is still in the race. So this could be do or die, though, for either one of these candidates, this primary. So sort of map out the narratives that we're getting from Nikki Haley and from Ron DeSantis. What are they telling New Hampshire voters?
Yeah, New Hampshire really feels like a make or break moment for Nikki Haley. She has really been staking a lot here and has a super PAC kind of armed and ready to go. We followed them earlier this week on the ground. She is trying to make the case to those independent voters, those who may be willing to look at someone else other than Donald Trump here. But she still has an uphill climb. Donald Trump leads the polls. Ron DeSantis' mission here is really to take down Nikki Haley. He is polling in the low single digits here. He hasn't competed that much here as he did in Iowa, where he really staked his campaign. Coming off that second place finish, that distant second place finish, he's really trying to make it here so that Nikki Haley does not emerge as a viable Trump alternative. So Nikki Haley has a big target on her back here. Donald Trump went after her at his campaign rally last night. He also had the aid of Vivek Ramaswamy, who dropped out of the race earlier this week. He appeared with Trump yesterday at a rally, and his mission seemed to also take down Nikki Haley. So someone to watch over these next 6 days, and why New Hampshire could be one of the more competitive races and maybe one of the last competitive races.
Really great point, Caitlin. Thank you very much.